Shouldn't be standing with a heart that's so heavy. I shouldn't be up with all the weight that I carry. Don't know if it's right, but I'm sticking with you. You're my only vice, I'm dependent on you. Love's for the wicked, I know this shit too well. I talk, you don't listen, still I'm under your spell. I think I'm addicted to feeling bad as hell. I can just let you go. You're the one I wait for, even though I hate. Every time you leave me to my fate. You're the one I'll stay for, though I wanna go. Find somebody better, better for my soul. Better for my soul, yeah, better for my soul. Find somebody better, better for my soul. You're the one I'll stay for, though I wanna go. Find somebody better, better for my soul. Dreaming about the good days when you put me first, baby. When you used to call me just to say that you miss me. Don't know how we got here, but I blame you. And I blame myself just for sticking with you. Love's for the wicked, I know this shit too well. I talk, you don't listen, still I'm under your spell. I think I'm addicted to feeling bad as hell. I can just let you go. You're the one I wait for, even though I hate. Every time you leave me to my fate. You're the one I'll stay for, though I wanna go. Find somebody better, better for my soul. Better for my soul, yeah, better for my soul. Find somebody better, better for my soul. You're the one I'll stay for, though I wanna go. Find somebody better, better for my soul.
Fine down with the Merlot. You know I'm on the line with the sun low. You already know the vibes when I pull up on you. Been looking at the sign like a horoscope. You say you wanna leave, but I know you don't. Talking about you wanna freeze what we got going on. But I'm seeing through the screen what's really going on. I know how you feel, I just need you to wait on me. I wanna do less of this latency. I wanna do less of that wait and see. When I get back to the city, I hate to leave. I know it's up being away from me. Till I put it down, feel like synergy. Swear that your body the remedy. And you won't find nobody that's not me as real as me. Just to infinity.
Alright guys, so this is the same to work out. Have my bag on. It is suede tea. Let's see. Okay. There's somebody in here. One second. That's what we're working with. Okay. Sweat tea. Okay. So I'm gonna take this bag off because it is wet. Then we're gonna get up and out of here. Yes. This is what's going on, and I'll put my little thing up here from cardio because we just went to the basic gym today. So I put all that stuff right here, and I'll see y'all later. What's up guys? So I'm supposed to be showing y'all meal prep tonight, but that didn't happen. I had to go to the store and get a couple more ingredients. I'm going to show you the trout that I'm cooking. Tomorrow I'm going to cook the rest of it. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do for meal prep. We're going to weigh everything out. We're going to be on point because guess what? We got about 52 more pounds we need to bust down off of us so we can look hot for the summer. But I'm going to show you what I got from the store because y'all know the store be acting real skimpy. So I got 2 of these. I'm going to eat a half a bag tonight with a little bit of trout. I have cut leaf spinach. Y'all know I like to get the big bulk, but I couldn't do it. Now y'all know this is my favorite, so I really have to measure this out and be conscious of how much I put in there. Myers have their own brand. I'm gonna try that out. I don't know what that's about. And then y'all know I want to make breakfast for dinner one day, and I got the English muffins. The wheat ones was higher than the regular the sourdough ones. And then I got these. Everybody knows about these, but let me show you what the fish or the trout look like. I'm about to flip it because it's about to be on burnt, but it was semi-frozen. So I'm gonna cook the rest of this tomorrow. And I'm going to cook, this is going to be in the, this is Brussels sprouts. It's going to be a part of the meal prep. But let me flip this, and tomorrow I'll come back to y'all and show y'all the meal prep and everything. And we're going to be back in the gym doing what? Busting it out. So I'll see y'all later. Hey guys, welcome to Indulge with Dimples, and a part of this segment of getting our life together, I am going to be doing meal prep. I haven't did meal prep in a while, so I was like, let me just show people what I'm doing. So today on the menu, right here, we're going to have meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and green beans. Ooh, one of my favorites. And we're going to have a sort of variety of fish, trout, salmon, and tilapia with rice and Brussels sprouts. So I am going to be meal prepping, putting them in these containers, portion size control, and I'm going to show you how to do everything. But before we get into the meaty greedy, I'm going to show y'all we need to boil two things. We need to boil our potatoes for our mashed potatoes and our rice. And I'm going to show you how to make them flavorful, easy for you, and let's get to it, okay? So, first of all, I have a pot right here of potatoes. These are 3 big potatoes, and I'm just boiling them because we're going to do mashed potatoes right here, and I'm going to show you how to make these potatoes. I'm talking about whip them real good, so smooth. So over here, we're going to be boiling our rice. Now, in order to have flavorful rice, you want to have 1 cup of rice to 2 cups of liquid. So I have chicken broth in here because I didn't have vegetable broth. And I also have a cup of water, and I put a little bit of seasoning. Now, to make your rice fluffy, what you want to do is go ahead and put it in some water, let it sit for like 10 minutes, then drain it. Now, I'm going to show y'all, because we've been draining stuff wrong. Well, I know there's a lot of people have been draining stuff wrong. The drainer right here, you're supposed to put it on top and turn it upside down. Boom. So you see how fluffy this rice is? It's going to be the bomb. So we're going to go ahead and just dump it in here. And it's no need for us to like go back and rinse the rice off, because if you're rinsing it off again, it's going to take the flavor away from it. Let this sit for about 10 minutes to 10 minutes. Easy rice. When we get back, the rice is going to be flavorful, so that's going to be halfway done, and the potatoes are going to be boiling, and all we have to do is mash them, add all our good ingredients, and everything is going to be done for that. Then I'm going to show you how to make this meatloaf, because everybody feel like making meatloaf takes forever. It does take a little bit, but I'm going to show you how to cut corners to get full flavor, okay? Because I'm going to cut corner, full flavor. So once all that's said and done, in a few seconds, I'm going to set up everything, and we're going to be making this meatloaf, and we're going to be cooking this fish, so we can have our meal prep together for this week. So I'll see y'all in a little bit. Alright guys, so we're about to make our meatloaf individual packs. So I have ground turkey right here, 85% lean, 15% fat. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up, and I'm going to put it in my bowl. I have 2 medium eggs, room temperature. It just depends on if I need 2 eggs or if I need 1 egg. But make sure you take it out so it's room temperature. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up and put my pound of ground turkey in there. Now, next thing you're going to need, I like to add in bell peppers. So I like to do the rainbow bell peppers, and this is yellow, orange, and green bell peppers, and I just go ahead and I just dump that in there. And it's about a 1/4 cup because we just have a pound of it in here. And then I like to do red onions, or you can do sweet yellow onions, but I like red onions. Gives them more flavor, so I'm just going to get half of this in here for now, just depending on how you want your flavors to go. And then next, I'm going to go ahead and add in about a 1/4 cup of breadcrumbs. Now these are seasoned breadcrumbs. You know, kind of breadcrumbs you get, or the stuffing that you get when you do turkey, stuffed turkey and Thanksgiving. This is what this is. Or you do stuffing. So it's that type, and it's seasoned. So you want to get stuff that's kind of seasoned already, so you don't have to worry about adding extra flavor, and you're not going to miss out on anything. So about a 1/4 cup of that in there. You don't want it too dry, but you want to make sure you got enough in there. So it's best to add a little and then go back and add more than add it all at once. And then I'm going to add a little bit of D.I.Y mustard for more flavor. Probably about 2 tablespoons of that. So you're going to skirt that in there. If I have some left in here. Maybe put the top on. Take the top out. There we go. I'm going to shake this up again and put it in there. And then I'm going to add a couple dashes of Worcestershire sauce. This is going to give it flavor as well. And you want to do a couple dashes of that in there. Maybe 2 full tablespoons, like so. Next, I'm going to add a couple of seasonings. I'm going to add Dash. Dash doesn't have any salt in there, and it has garlic and herbs, so this is good for anybody who's watching their sodium. You want to add that in there. A couple sprigs of that. Yeah, I know my favorite, Kinders. This is the blend of salt, pepper, and garlic, so we want to add a little bit of this in there because it has salt in it, and we don't want too much salt going on in our food. And last but not least, just for extra kick, I'm going to add the red one as well. Then I'm going to go ahead and add in 1 egg room temperature. And we're going to mix this up by hand. It should smell very garlicky because I put a lot of different stuff in here that has garlic added in, like the breadcrumbs and then the seasonings. Okay. Now, this is what the consistency should look like. I like to add vegetables. Some people don't like bell peppers and onions, but that's going to give it the bulk of its food. So add that in there. If you feel like you need to add some more breadcrumbs, go ahead and add them. Because this was a ½ a cup, but I only used a 1/4 for the first round. So add little by little instead of adding a whole bunch of it in there. And then to make sure that your meatloaf is not dry, I'm about to show you a little ingredient that my mom found that she used in her meatloaf. And I'm going to use in this meatloaf because it gives it more flavor, and it's going to make sure that your meatloaf is juicy and it's not dry. Sometimes you can find it, sometimes you can't. It just depends. They have a meatloaf sauce. So we're going to add about a ½ a cup of this in there, or you can eyeball it at a 1/4. Since I only have 1 pound of of ground turkey, I'm probably going to add just a 1/4 up. Okay? And then go ahead and mix it up. Your meatloaf should not be too mushy, and it shouldn't be too thick. So adding a ½ a cup of breadcrumbs is fine. It didn't hurt anything. So you can go ahead and do that. And I'm going to go ahead and add in my second egg, because you do need 2 eggs. So you want to go ahead and add your second egg in here. And you don't want to mix it too much, because if you're mixing it too much, that'll make it tough. Alright, make sure your egg is mixed in here. And again, you don't want to over mix it, you just want to make sure your egg is mixed up in here. And this is how it should look. Alright. And you should be able to smell like all the seasonings that you put in here. If you can't smell any seasonings, then you might want to add just a tad bit more of a little bit of everything, but you don't want to go overboard. So, to make sure this is going to be balanced and you're just not overcutting or doing anything, our traditional way we will make meatloaf is we'll use a pan like this, a meatloaf or a bread pan, a loaf. And you use this, but we're not going to use that. If you want to, you can, but to be more consistent and making sure that you have everything evenly, I would use a muffin tin. You can use this type of muffin tin or the ones that are a little bit bigger. You also can go ahead and get the aluminum foil ones as well. What you want to do is go ahead and spray this with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. Don't go crazy, and then you just want to scoop it out and put them in here. So that's the next step that I'm going to do. Alright guys, so right now I just have a pan. I sprayed it with extra virgin olive oil, and all I'm gonna do is sear and pan sear these, and then I'm gonna let them sit on the side. So I have tilapia right here, I have salmon, and I have trout in the middle. So trout and salmon kind of look like, and it kind of tastes alike, so it's not a big deal. So I'm gonna cook these up. The seasoning I have on here is that's not Mrs. Dash. Y'all know, we don't never say that right. It's Dash right here. You know, this doesn't have any salt, so this is why I use it. And then I also went ahead and used my Kinders, which I know is my favorite. It's the red garlic right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and sear these, cook them in the pan right there. It's on medium high with olive oil. I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of butter. So let's get that going, and everything will be good and gravy. That cook. My tilapia kind of got messed up, but listen, it's all going in the same place. So I'm gonna let this cook, and we're gonna be on our way. Oh, by the way, let me show you what the rice look like, y'all. Boom, flavorful, good, tasty. I like red onions in my rice, gives it more flavor. So that is done. We're gonna set this aside. We're still waiting on these big old potatoes to get done boiling, and then I'm prepping right now for. Alright guys, so we are in the midst of it all, prepping the food. So remember earlier I was showing y'all the tilapia, the salmon, and the trout. This is the Brussels sprouts that was already cooked. So I like to cook all the food a day ahead of time, and then go ahead and just meal prep everything and weigh it out. So here's the rice, the lovely fluffy rice that y'all seen. We're going to get a half a cup of the rice, and I like how the presentation is. 4 Brussels sprout heads, and 4 ounces cooked of whatever fish that I have going on, and they all has been measured out for ounces. And y'all see I'm using the lovely scales in grams and ounces. So when I get done, everything is going to be prepped, meal ready to go. Everything is 500 calories or under. I know this because each piece of item I made sure, so it's gonna be looking good. And then let me show y'all what this meatloaf. If y'all could smell, y'all be like, can I come over? Look at my meatloaf. Yeah, I got a Betty Crocker oven, so don't worry. But look at that meatloaf in there. It's looking fabulous. So when we get done, when I get done, yeah, me and you, we doing this together. When we get done meal prepping, we're gonna see the overall of all the meals that I have. This is for 2 people, so it's just not for me. And the green beans, I love me some green beans, okay? So when we get done, everything is going to be lovely, amazing. 500 calories or less over here. And then I will be talking about what I'm doing for the next 2 weeks, and we're gonna see if it works for us. So hold on now, stay tuned, because I can get things cooking. Alright guys, so the meatloaf is done. It's easy to take out. Like I said, just give it a little spray with extra virgin olive oil. These things smell delicious. I just took a little tablespoon of that meatloaf sauce, and I just put it in. I put it on top of here, and I just put the broiler on low, and I just let it boil for a little bit. Look how easy that just came out. And then I just come on over here, and I put it in one of these containers. So you get a better look at it. It's a little dark over here. So you get 2 of these little loaves. You get some mashed potatoes and some green beans. All this is under 500 calories. The meatloaf, I can't remember how much it is, but I'll put it on the side right here. But I did measure the green beans out. You can get 120 grams for 20 or 25 calories. It's on a can. And the mashed potatoes, you get darn it, I'll put it on the side, but everything is measured out, so you're not overeating. Everything is at your disposal. You can just pick a container and eat it and go about your day, and it has flavor. So it's best to cook like this if you want to keep track, and you don't have to keep putting things in your Fitbit or your My Fitness Pal or whatever. It's already done for you. You can just pick and choose whatever meal you want, and boom, it's done. So we're about to eat, because guess what? Y'all see that? She waiting. And I'm waiting too. So I will see y'all next time when we do another meal prep, and hopefully this helped you out as well as it's helping me out. Alright guys.